Have you ever looked around and realized everything still looks the same, but somehow it isn't? The streets, the faces, the noise, they're all still there, but something inside you whispers that this isn't home anymore. It feels like you're standing between two worlds. One foot is still in the old world you used to know, and the other is in something infinite, something sacred, something you can't explain. For a while, you might think you're losing your mind, but you're not. You're awakening. When awakening begins, the first thing that changes isn't the world, it's you. Your awareness expands. You start to see beyond the surface of things, beyond the noise, the pretending, and the masks. You begin to sense the energy behind people's words, the emotions behind their smiles, and the pain they try to hide. You start to feel the invisible. And once you do, nothing feels the same. You could be surrounded by people, smiling, talking, laughing, but inside, something tells you that you don't belong there anymore. Not because you're better than anyone, but because your consciousness has grown beyond what it used to be. Before awakening, everything felt solid. Your identity, your routines, your goals, they all made sense. You had dreams to chase, things to prove, and reasons to keep running. But after awakening, something shifts. Those dreams start to feel empty. The chase loses its meaning. The masks begin to fall. Your mind doesn't understand what your soul already knows. You're not here to become someone new. You're here to remember who you are. That's when the split begins. On one side is your old world, the world of noise, expectations, and endless doing. On the other side is the quiet awareness that doesn't need anything to feel complete. You start floating between them. You wake up, go through your day, talk to people, do what you must, but part of you is somewhere else. You catch yourself watching life like a movie, seeing it all happen as if it's playing on a screen. You still play your part, but deep down, you know you're not the character anymore. You're the one watching. And that's when it gets hard. Your mind tries to pull you back into the old story. It says, "Come on, what's wrong with you?" You're drifting away, but your soul whispers, "No, I'm coming home." You're not lost, you're expanding. You're waking up to a deeper reality that's always been there. Awakening isn't always peaceful. Sometimes it's messy. Sometimes it's lonely. Because when you start to see through illusions, you stop fitting into places built on them. You start noticing that the conversations you used to enjoy now drain you. You hear people complain, gossip, and chase things, and you feel like a quiet observer watching a play you no longer believe in. You can't fake it anymore. You can't pretend to care about things that don't feel real. So you pull back. You start craving silence, not because you're cold, but because silence feels honest now. Stillness feels alive. You sit alone and feel more connected to the universe than you ever did surrounded by people. Time begins to change too. In the old world, time was linear. Hours, schedules, deadlines. But now it stretches and collapses. 5 minutes of silence can feel like eternity. A day can disappear in a blink. You're no longer fully living in time. You're touching something beyond it. That's why the things that once thrilled you no longer excite you. You've outgrown them. You've stopped chasing illusions. And yes, that can feel like loss, but it's not. It's freedom. At this point, many people panic. They either run back to their old lives, burying their awareness in distractions, or they reject the physical world completely, try to live only in the spiritual. But both are traps, because real awakening isn't about escaping one world for another. It's about learning to live in both. You're not here to abandon being human. You're here to embody your divinity through your humanity. You're not meant to run from life. You're meant to see the truth behind it and still live it fully. At first, it feels impossible. You think, "I can't live like this, half here, half somewhere else." But slowly you adapt. You stop resisting. You realize you were made for this balance. The two worlds begin to merge. You go to work, but your heart stays calm. You talk to people, but your awareness remains anchored. You face challenges, but something inside you knows that none of it can touch your true self. Because now, you don't just live life, you see through it. Then something beautiful happens. The same world that once felt heavy starts to shine again. The same sky looks brighter. The same silence that once scared you now feels like home. You stop running from pain because you understand it's part of awakening. You see that every heartbreak, every loss, every confusion is just your soul clearing space for something real. You start to see that heaven and earth were never separate. They've always been layers of the same truth. And you are the bridge between them. So if you feel lost between two worlds right now, if you feel disconnected or uncertain, know this: you are not broken. You are becoming whole. Every moment of confusion is sacred. Every silence is a doorway. Every ending is preparing you for a new beginning. You're not falling apart. You're falling into alignment. It hurts because you're growing beyond everything that was too small for your soul. Let go. Let all fall away. One day, you'll wake up and you won't feel torn anymore. You'll realize the two worlds were never separate. You'll find peace in motion, stillness in sound, and heaven in the ordinary. You'll stop chasing awakening because you'll understand. You are it. You were never meant to belong to just one world. You were meant to be the bridge between both, human and divine, grounded and infinite. That is what true awakening is. Not escaping life, but seeing the light within it. So breathe, be patient, and trust the process. You're not lost between two worlds. You're remembering you are both. And when that realization sinks in, peace becomes your natural state.